What's good, Makan fam? I'm Henry, and welcome to another episode of Makan. Guys, if you haven't yet, remember to like and subscribe. Click on that notification bell to get all our latest updates and videos every week. But yes, guys, after 3 long months, the time has come. We're going to Kuon Omakase. Let's go.
Alrighty, so Kuon Omakase, as soon as you get there, this place really presents luxury. Even though it's very traditional, the places that you sit on there have wooden features. It has a modern touch to it, and you can see that we're super excited. Within a couple minutes, the chef started prepping the sushi, and here we go. Course 1 is the bass grouper and asparagus and kelp salad. So, freshness of the bass grouper, the slight crunch of the asparagus and the kelp actually adds a little bit of saltiness to it. This balanced out so well. Very unexpected with the slight saltiness. And as you eat that with the grouper and with the asparagus, it all just melds together, just one beautiful bite. Course number 2 was the cuttlefish noodle sushi with sea urchin and caviar. This is the most expensive looking bite that I've had in my life. Mate, that cuttlefish was so good. It looks a bit like squid, but it doesn't have the same sort of bite. It's a different texture. And it melds in with that creaminess and slight saltiness of the uni and the caviar. Hits all those spots that you want to satisfy when you go to an omakase. And you can see here, George powers up. His fists clench over the chopsticks as he enjoys that bite. Such a beautiful moment. Course number 3 was the DOBIN-MUSHI. So this is a clear yet very rich flavored soup with a few little welcome surprises underneath. That's the seafood, you got some scallops, you got some prawns. The chef told us to pour the soup into this little cup, add a couple drops of lemon, and have a taste of that broth. It was so beautiful, it was seafoody, it was delicious. Enough for 3 cups there, so you can really enjoy the seafood. This was designed, I guess, to really warm up your stomach, get you prepared, get you hungry for the omakase coming. Good way to start the meal. And moving on to course number 4, I think this was the most beautiful. It was the Kuon signature hand roll. This had minced tuna, which they minced right in front of us, salmon roe and uni. Highlight of this dish, weirdly, is the seaweed. It's super crispy, super crunchy, holds everything together. It's not something you'd get at any takeaway shop. Now Brian's gonna take a massive bite. He loves this stuff, you can tell. He takes a massive bite of that rice, that uni, and it all melts together, slight saltiness as well. And that's when they serve course number 5, which is the yellowtail NAMEROU. Now this is yellowtail with a miso sauce, and it's served on a lemon. Now this here is really beautiful. The miso sauce and the lemon really accentuate the freshness of that yellowtail. It is absolutely delicious, really fresh, really beautiful. And for the first grilled item in course number 6 is the Kumamoto snapper SAIKYO-YAKI. And this is a grilled fillet of snapper which has been marinated in a miso sauce, served with a little bit of fresh radish on the side just to cleanse the palate. Now this was super fakey, super fatty. Mate, when you take a bite out of that, you keep chewing it and more flavor keeps coming out of it. It's really juicy, really tasty. And they come up with course 7, abalone steak. If you haven't had abalone before, you need to try it. This one here was served with a soy sauce, butter, and abalone river sauce. And as the chef said, it was made of the liver of the abalone, which is similar to a pate, but you really need to try that one. That was delicious. And all of that was in preparation for course number 8, omakase sushi. I love this stuff. The chef is cutting the tuna right in front of our eyes. He's mentioned that that's all from the same tuna. He starts searing up some snapper, and this is all in preparation as he cuts every piece specially for each customer. Let's just watch as the chef cuts these fish, and that's the money shot there. All 3 cuts of tuna. Look at that skill. So the first bite, Otoro sushi. Brian reckons he's had this once before in Japan. Oh, and he loves it, you can tell. Look at that reaction. Tuna for the boys. And that just melts in your mouth. It's so fatty. And they followed it up with the chutoro, which is the medium fatty tuna. Again, this one melts in your mouth, but there's a bit more of a bite to it. And the third piece is the lean tuna, or the akami, and the chef instructed us to eat this one upside down. It lets the tuna hit the full flavor palette of your tongue, and you can enjoy the flavors a lot more. And these are the sweet shrimp. The chef peeled these gigantic prawn right in front of our eyes, and this one is brushed with a bit of a soy sauce, and we asked the chef about it. He says he specifically chooses his soy sauce to be a little bit more subtle, a little bit more tasty, and you can see George is just getting high off the prawn. The next piece here is the scallop, which they got from South Australia, and they sear it, and what they do is they have a dried fish egg which they shave over the top just to give it that extra umami. Now this is not like any scallop I've ever had in my life. The texture is totally different to anything I've had. It's soft, it's really tender. It's like a pillow. It's like eating a seafoody pillow. It was actually amazing. And the next piece was a classic pairing, mackerel and ginger. And this fish here was very different to all the other fattier pieces that we've had previously. You can tell this one was a bit leaner, but that flavor was so good. They might as well have just catch this out of the Sydney Harbour. Next piece they prepare is the kingfish with caviar on top. And you can see that they blowtorch the kingfish. We've never had this before, never experienced it, but the slight saltiness really works well with the kingfish. And as we enjoy the kingfish, the chef straight away moves on to the next piece, which is the uni gunkan, or the uni battleship sushi. And all of this is expertly created by the chef right in front of us. So as he's interacting with us, he's really making this, and you can see how carefully he treats this uni as he puts it on top, because it's super delicate. And all of this is an experience. Omakase is about the food, but as well as the food, it's the experience. The next piece, which is anago, saltwater eel. And this was so unexpected. The flavor bomb inside my mouth at this point is amazing. And the supplementary dish for the night was the tempura sea urchin, which is one of the items from Kuon Tempura. Now, that was beautiful. The crunch straight away contrasted against the sweet uni was beautiful. And the final piece that they made here was just a gigantic roll filled with everything. This is what they call the FUTO-MAKI roll. It's filled with pretty much all the fish we had on the night. And of course, our genius non-fancy food eating minds decided to try one bite this. It's a massive piece. They brush it again, that soy sauce that's made to accentuate the fish, doesn't overpower it, and they give us one piece each, and this is like, I don't know, 6 centimeters in diameter or something. Here we go, George. We did not have Jono with us tonight. Jono would one bite this, no worries. Well, actually, we all one bited it, no worries anyway. And they follow it up with the Fisherman's MISO broth soup. And this has some seafood in it as well. It's just refreshing. It's a good way to end the night. And out came the tamago. Really bittersweet thing to see. Bitter because it signifies the end of the omakase. But that was really sweet. It was almost like a sponge cake. They follow that straight up with the final course, which is seasonal fruit. It's a really nice, light way to finish off the rich omakase that we had.
And there you have it, Makan fam. That was Kuon Omakase, and let me tell you now, it did not disappoint one bit. Guys, I can tell you now, it's worth the money. It was worth the wait. And honestly, the next opening for bookings, jump straight in because they get closed out so quickly. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the food like we did. I hope you enjoyed the ambiance. It was a good chilled time. The chef is a legend. The waiting staff was so friendly. And again, the food was just so good. If you guys really enjoyed his content, please like and subscribe. We've got YouTube, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram. Follow us at makan.oz. And yeah, stay safe, keep eating, and we'll see you soon.